Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Hello, ma'am. I think
Good
it's time we can start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Good evening, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Shall I start?
Yeah, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. So today's topic is play-based blended learning. Good afternoon to all the educators, facilitators, parents in today's webinar. So today we will be learning about play-based blended learning. I have tried to incorporate activities through different domains of development, which I'll be sharing to you. Hope it will be useful to all of you in some or the other extent. So we have all heard about the activity-based approach program or the playway method in kindergarten. But my question to all of you is, can't we use this approach for older children? Yes, we can. The current NEP policy 2020 wants to integrate play method into the curriculum. So let us understand what is play-based learning. As Frederick Froebel rightly said, that play and learning goes hand in hand. So children learn as they play, but most importantly in play, children learn how to learn. If we follow this approach religiously, either at home or in school, the children will the learning would become more easier and interesting, because it will help them to become more confident, they will be happy, they will be safe, they will be learning social skills, language skills, and communication. And this is the need of the 21st century. And all children, I feel, and you will also agree, that they are curious beings. They love to explore and play. So as parents, as educators, we should give them that space and freedom to explore, which will lead to discovery and learning. I will just quote a small example to you. In kindergarten, children have the habit of collecting twigs and feathers and pebbles and sand and take it home. Once they go home, if the mother is not interested of what they've collected and asks the child to throw it away, the curiosity level goes down. But as a parent, if they've gathered these things and come home, why not create a nature corner for them and let them be creative and arrange the things as per their thoughts? So this is the way the curiosity increases, the imagination, the creativity of a child increases, and that is the need of the 21st century skills which we want the children to have. So we can start from very young age, whatever they have got from school or from the outdoor free play like feathers, allow them to create a nature corner at home. So before going ahead, on the screen you are seeing domains of development. All these domains of development are very important for a child's growth, and each domain of development is linked to the other one. There are 6 development domains: physical, emotional and social, cognitive, language, moral and aesthetic. So what I have tried to do is I have tried to put activities which we can do it in school, because this will be a major work of the teachers or the facilitators in the school. Parents will have to play a mediocre role over here. So we can do certain activities where this physical development can grow, the social and emotional factor can grow, the cognitive skills can grow, the language can grow. So I have tried to put in activities which can be useful to all of you. So first is the physical development, which I'll be talking on. Each development is linked with other. If there is a gap in one, all the other milestones will be affected. We have to see that all the domains of development are developed fully to have a happy and a safe child. So what does physical development mean? The definition says it refers to the advancements and refinements of motor skills, or in other words, children's ability to use and control their bodies. In simple language, it means they learn to move. The children learn to move. It means body movements. So while playing, they all can move, learn to move, balance, lift things, which helps them to stay active. Through play, we can all those related activities are included through physical development. Physical development can be bifurcated into 2 sectors: the outdoor free play and the indoor free play. Outdoor free play means the gross motor activities, and the indoor free play also has certain activities, and the finer motor skills are catered to that. Now for the outdoor activities where there is a lot of space, lot of freedom to move, the activities which I would suggest to all of you is let them do jumping, let them do throw the ball, catching the ball at a distance, kicking the ball, balancing on the beam, let them play hopscotch. All these activities, let them play an obstacle race where you put like 6 things in different orders. There is a beam to balance, there is a table where they have to go under the table, there is a slide where they have to climb and come down, there are tires where they have to jump. So what are we aiming at? We are aiming at a child is going to focus. The attention span will automatically increase, and he will know the correct direction and how he has to go one by one, stepwise. So this type of activities we can do to enhance their physical growth through play. Okay, they can enroll the cycles. We get a lot of cycle tires for free nowadays. The tire shops have a lot of cycle tires. So if we get them to the school, let them roll the tires on their own and run after them. That increases their concentration level, that increases their focus, and they will enjoy. With tires, they create structures, they can pile the tires, like they can make a well out of that. So many activities, so many innovations the child can do while playing outside. Similarly with indoor play, and this when they play to an outdoor play, their muscles get strengthened, they develop coordination, and they have a balance sense for them. So, and the indoor games like pickleball, musical chair, obstacle race also you can do. You can play even hopscotch in the indoor free play. Again, the same benefits you will get while playing indoor and outdoor games. Second thing, when we are doing this physical development, nature walk, which I would like to talk to you about, going for a walk into the nature. With younger children, we can take them for a walk into the nature and ask them to collect the things which belong to the environment, the things which do not belong to the environment. In that way, they will observe things which belong to the environment and collect it. When they collect the things, they can definitely create a nature corner like what they have done at home in the school. And the things which do not belong to the environment can go in the dustbin. For older children, I will just share an example for all of you. We had taken class 3 children for a walk into the nature, and there they saw a small bug, a spotted bug on the window pane. So they got curious and they wanted to take the bug from the window. So what we thought, let us ask the children that how will we take the bug from the window? So they got an idea and they got a big leaf from the outdoors and they put the bug on the leaf, and then we did a circle time for them. In the circle time, we asked the children that you ask a question and we will jointly sort the questions out. So the questions which came up is, okay, madam, why do they have dots? Why certain bugs don't have dots? How many types of bugs are there? Which animals have spots like this? So they connected the bugs to the animals, to the birds. So they got a link, and we did a whole project on bugs. We searched on the net, what is their habitat, how they look, how they eat. Like that, if we develop the curiosity in the children, then we can do a whole project on just a simple word like bugs. So that is up to a teacher, a facilitator who is taking them for a walk into the nature to observe. So allow them to observe. And once they observe, the curiosity automatically sets in. The second thing is sandpit. I will share the picture of the things they had done when we had taken them for the nature walk. So this was on the Earth Day. We had asked the children to collect the things which belong to the environment. They were given a bag where they had to collect things, whatever they found feathers, twigs, leaves, and everything. They collected and had put it in a bag. And after coming back, they had made this beautiful design with the help of the teacher. And each one was supposed to make their own creative design. This is just one design which I'm sharing to you. So this is one creativity which we want to enhance in children. So these type of activities, these are all indigenous materials which are freely available. So you can create a nature corner for them and create this activity which always increases their curiosity and their creativity, and which is the need of the 21st century. Second is the sandpit. It's again combined with the physical development. In the sandpit, for preschoolers, it's a must, it's a thrust area, because they learn so many things in the sandpit. They learn how to do a teamwork. This is a group where they were building a structure. Now, what I always have observed, that we should never direct their play. We have to be as an observer when they are playing. Unless and until the play gets destructive, then it's our chance to just barge in. But when they are playing, you have to listen to the conversation. So this was a group where there was one leader. The other children were asked to fill the glasses with sand. Some of them had to go and get water. and they together made a beautiful structure. So this type of activity enhances the team building, the leadership quality, the decision making of what we're going to do. They understand how the wet sand feels on the hand, how the dry sand feels on the hand, why the leaves are falling down. They can decorate their structure with whatever material is on the ground. So this way, the structure they made is their own. So again, creativity comes in. There is a teamwork because there are 6 of them playing, and there is a leader where the leader will guide them to how to play, how to make a structure. So decision making comes, and this is the need of the 21st century. The second slide is about a big, huge truck tire which has been tied on the pole, and the child has to climb independently without the fear. So the fear complex goes. The other one is doing an exercise, acrobatic exercise on the pole. So these type of physical development, if we cater from a very young age, I think we have done our job, because physical development makes the child very active, very agile, is full of energy. You all will remember that in our school days, we used to have PT in the first class. Why we used to have a PT class in the first? Because when we were small, the children are full of energy. So by doing the exercises, our energy level goes down so that we become calm, quiet, and then the curriculum, the academic starts. So nowadays we have lost that. The children are not interested in PT, not interested in exercises. But I feel the schools should have these PT classes right in the morning before the academic sessions start, even if it is for 15 minutes. So we should do that, and the focus on the academics will be there. Secondly, I would like to share is a lot of concepts like full, empty, heavy, light, going up on the scrambling land, coming down. All these concepts are learned in the sandpit. And sandpit, I feel everybody enjoys. Okay, even the older children enjoy. We had in our school in Rajkumar College, we have a boarding facility in the school. So we had called about 10 to 12 border girls to play in the sandpit. So they came at around 4:30 in the evening, and till it was 8 o'clock, they never wanted to leave the sandpit. So you can see that sandpit is a fun time for all age groups. Everybody enjoys to play with the sand. So sandpit we can combine with the physical development, because a lot of activities, lot of skills are developed by playing in the sandpit. This was on the Earth Day. So before we took the children, we told them that we are going to meet our friends, the trees, and we are going to ask questions. What questions are you going to ask the trees? So some of them said, Madam, we are going to ask, how are you? What is your name? How old are you? And we are going to hug the trees. Okay, we're going to listen to the sound of the trees. We're going to ask, what do you give us? So these type of questions were created by the children. They went to the trees, they hugged the trees, and that was like a nature time for them. And they learned so much, and for older children, I feel we should do an interview with these objects like trees, pebbles. We can ask them to frame questions and answers as if they're interviewing the object. Okay, if there is a stone, we have to tell the children that now you have to interview the stone, and you have to answer you have to write as if the stone is answering to you. So these type of activities for older children will increase their creativity, and it will improve their language skills also. So what are the benefits of the physical play? Once it strengthens their muscle, they become more active, they have a positive attitude towards learning, their imagination and creativity increases, they are more active, they are more agile, they are full of energy. So physical development is a thrust area, and a lot of play activities can be imbibed in the physical development milestone to help the children to achieve their target in the 21st century. So let us make a difference to these children by using these tactics, by giving them nature walk, by giving them sandpit time to play. Even water play we can give. Water play is again a very nice activity where they will learn float and sink concept. What is heavy, what is light, what is the color of the water, what shape does it take. So we can connect to a lot of science in the water play if we have want to do that in the class. This can be done for the kindergarten and little bit older children till the grade 2. We can use water play. Then we can switch over to the water experiments, like what is the color of the water, what if you add the color, what color it takes, what properties it has. We can do it for the older children. So water play is again combined with the physical development also. I hope you're getting me. Any questions anybody wants to ask about the physical development? So the next domain of development is emotional and social. As the name suggests, social development means the ability of the children to create and sustain relationships with others. And emotional development is the ability to express and recognize one's own emotions. So, social development, which is very important in today's time. Group play, group talk, it enhances the social skills of a child. Developing social skills is very important. By playing with others, listening, noticing social cues, talking another person's perspective, developing empathy through social play, children learn to share ideas and express feelings. Group activities also enable them to express and control their emotions. So activities which we can do to enhance their social skills are, we can do role play of a character, of a particular situation in the class. This can be done by the older children. Okay, you ask them to prepare in advance about a character or a situation has arisen and what you will act out. So that will enhance their language skills also. Puppet show for the older children, so younger children, for a lot of assertive communication. We can do emotional flashcards with using a dough or a toilet roll paper, where they draw their emotions, whether they're happy, they're sad, they're angry, they're fear. So we will come to know about the child's emotion at that given point of time. There is a small thing like a conversation cube, which I have brought for everybody. So this is the, can you see it? This is the conversation cube. It is like a dice. It has dominoes on it. Now what we can do is, we can paste questions on this. Questions like, what is your favorite chore? What do you like in school? Which animal would you choose as a pet? What would you say to a friend who is very sad and worried? So this can be done as a group talk. And if the children are not comfortable to talk in a group, they can always write down on a piece of paper, and then a teacher takes the paper home and analyze the questions. So this type of questions, we can frame it for the children. This can be done for the older children, the conversation cube. Whatever questions you want to frame, like who is your best friend? What do you don't like at home? What is your favorite chore? What is the least thing you like to do at home? So these type of activities will enhance their curiosity, and they will try to do a group discussion once they are comfortable. So these activities, by doing social and emotional activities, it helps to emotional resilience. The self-esteem of a child increases. The self-confidence increases. They can understand how to win and how to lose. The self-expression also increases. What does emotional resilience means? It is an ability to respond to a stressful or an unexpected situation. Self-esteem, to have a very good opinion about one's own self. Self-confidence is the word that suggests that to have confidence. Reduces anxiety. By doing a group play, by doing this, the anxiety level goes down. And understand winning and losing, that we are not going to win every time and we're not going to lose every time. So this is a very important skill which we want the children to develop. And self-expression, they can express through music, through art, through dancing or through writing, they can do. So this is one of the major milestones, social and emotional development, which we have to imbibe in the curriculum. The next milestone is the cognitive development. As the definition suggests, it is a development of knowledge, skills, and problem solving, which helps the children to think about understanding the world around them. So we need to allow the children to explore and figure things out. So for toddlers, I have done these activities which will enhance their cognitive skills, like hiding and finding the objects. You can put a sand tray, hide the objects, and they have to one by one find the objects and then name it. It helps to develop the short-term memory and the visual memory. To enhance the long-term memory, poems and stories are there. Letter and number games are the foundation for language and mathematical reasoning. Sorting size, shapes, and colors also is one type of a cognitive skill. Matching games and puzzles also is one type of a cognitive skills, which we have to do at an early age when the children are at the kindergarten level. When the children go to class 1, when they are 6 years above, they are able to think in concrete way. So they will do it around the objects. They can now combine, they can separate, they can convert the paisa into rupee, the liters into milliliters. They can order, they can sort things out. So these are the milestones for the children who are at the age of 6 to 12. And for the older children who are 12 or above, they do complex thinking. Okay, they from the concrete, they move to the logical operations. So for them, they will think about the abstract thinking. What possibilities can I think about in the abstract thinking? They can form their own ideas or questions. They were aware of their own thought process. So these type of, on this basis, we can frame for activities for them. But if we try to do these cognitive skills for a longer period of time, then I think it will help them to pass out their aptitude exams or any exams which are which they are appearing for, because the cognitive skills are very important right from the kindergarten level. We cannot stop at grade 1, grade 2. We have to see their level, find worksheets, find activities for them to their level, so that every year they have something new to enhance their cognitive skills. So cognitive skills, I feel that we should take it to a higher class till they are in grade 9, grade 10, so that whenever they appear for any aptitude exams, it's going to help them definitely. So I have done 3 types of maze, and I have combined it with the cognitive skills. This maze, we can use it for the toddlers, the nursery children, where you can see the lines are very simple. This can be done on the worksheet as well as you can do it on the floor. Now you can see the dotted lines drawn. So if you are doing it on the floor, the child has to walk from the dotted line and move to the path and come down to the destination. So the cat wants to drink the milk. So the cat has to walk on the dotted lines and come to the destination. This is for the nursery children, where they have just come to school. So the maze is a very important activity for all the children. So we can do this maze, simple maze for the nursery children. We can use tapes, we can use blocks as an aid, we can do it on paper. But only important thing which everybody has to keep in mind is when you are using it on worksheet, see that the pencil is not lifted. Okay, if you are going to lift the pencil, then the focus goes off. So try to see that the children first see the way out and then they start the worksheet. So this is a very important activity because we are not going to lift the pencil. Now, if this is the same activity, if you are doing it on the floor, so for this is a very simple one, they will go on the proper road. But a complex activity like this, where there is a stop gap, the children will have to come back to the place and again restart. So they will have to continuously observe where is the space where I'm supposed to go. Similarly, if this is done in the worksheet, you are not supposed to lift the pencil up. This is for the senior KG children or grade 1, and little bit complex, which I'm sharing with you, is for the older children. You can do 3-4 destinations also, 3-4 ways to start and end. Here also the same rule will go with them, that they cannot lift their pencil up. So that way the focus will come. They will know that this is the way I have to go and I'm not supposed to lift my pencil. So the attention span will also increase and their curiosity level also will go up. Now, this game, which we are all familiar with. So this is a very simple game, snake and ladders, which like 1 to 100, the numbers are written, the ladder is done, the snake is drawn. But what does it teach us, the snake and ladders? Recently, we read in the newspaper that so many suicide cases of very young students are taking place because what we teach the children is only success. We have never taught them that there is a time where we can fail, but we can rise up again. This activity actually helps us to do that. Snake and ladders. Okay, so and so many things you can do with snake and ladders. We can climb up on the ladder and there is a snake. If you have to come down from the mouth of the snake, teach the children that yes, if we have to come down, there is again a possibility that we are going to rise up again. If this is taught to the children at a very young age, I think the suicide cases within the country will have a diminishing rate. So this is a very nice activity. It's available. Everybody has it at home. So play with the children and allow them to come down to the snake, from the mouth of the snake down. And so much of variation we can do as far as the learning comes. We can teach them the forward counting. We can teach them the square root. Suppose if they come on number 2, then you can quickly ask them, what is the square root of number 2? 4. Then if they move to number 5, what is the square root of number 5? 25. So that way, the mathematical concept will go into them by just playing. We can do backward counting also from 100 to 0. We usually start from 1 to 100. We can do backward counting. So it's easy for them. Then they learn the backward counting easily. 100 ke pehle kya aayega? 99. Before 99, 98. So that way they will come down to the number 1. Here they will enjoy more because they will come down faster because they want to come down faster. So that is also a learning factor. So snake and ladders, please play it in school or at home. It's a very nice game because it teaches us a lot many things. So this is a class 12 group. They had come to visit us in preschool and they were given blocks to play. And they spent around an hour playing with the blocks. So blocks, we can give it to any group children to play with. And they can construct whatever they like, whatever they think, whatever they feel. So allow them to play with blocks. They don't tell them कि अभी तो बहुत बड़ा हो गया है, blocks नहीं खेल सकता है. Let them play. This was a class 12 class. There are around 25 children came. Some of them played in the sandpit for a longer time. Some of them played with blocks. Some of them played with the younger children. So please allow them to play with blocks because blocks is a very important activity to develop the cognitive skills. This picture which I am sharing to you, where the Lego blocks were given, the rectangle ones, and with a non-dominant hand, they had to create one Lego on the top of the other. We usually use our dominant hand. Suppose I am a left-hander. With my right hand, I have to pile 12 Lego blocks of the rectangle shape, one on the top of the other. It's a very difficult task. We cannot do it. You please try it at home with these Lego blocks. Maximum I could do was 6. These teachers have done till 12. So there is a tactic which I all want you to do it and experiment on your own. Then you can use it for the children in the class. Lego blocks, they are the rectangle ones which we have to use. One on top of the other with a non-dominant hand. You can use it in the classroom when you start the class. Give all of them 12 Lego blocks and ask them to use their non-dominant hand to create one Lego on the top of the other. They will enjoy the Legos falling down, but gradually, if the concentration level increases, they will be able to finish the 12 pieces one on the top of the other. So to have a very healthy cognitive growth, we have to allow them to participate in discussions and understand their viewpoints. This age group children, this 21st century children have their own mindset. They have their own viewpoint. So we have to accept their viewpoint, understand their viewpoint, and then give our judgment. Or I feel if you don't give a judgment, it's also fine. Encourage them to share their ideas. It's very important. Help them when you feel that decisions are not proper. Compliment and praise for their decisions. Help them in setting up their goals. And secondly, what I wanted to tell you about is, just a second. They can play Sudoku at home. They can play games. They can play crosswords. They can play memory games, which short-term cards, playing cards, put them upside down. They have to memorize where is the second card matching to that. Jigsaw puzzles, which activates their mental rotation, reasoning. Jigsaw puzzles for toddlers, we can do 4-piece, 6-piece, gradually go to 20-piece. For the older ones, 100-piece puzzles. And we have tested that if you give 100 pieces puzzles once facing the picture, then if they are able to put the pictures upside down and ask them to build the same structure. It's a very nice skill activity where they have to, without seeing the picture, they are only seeing the back side and they have to frame the whole picture upside down. So do these activities at home. Sudoku for us very small children can be a 4-piece puzzle with pictures. Like on one picture, you have drawn apple, strawberry, pineapple, and banana. Next picture, one fruit is missing. The third picture, one fruit is missing. The fourth, one fruit is missing. On the diagonal side and on the horizontal vertical side, they have to see that they get the different 4 fruits. On the vertical side, 4 different fruits, diagonal 4. So this is the stepping stone of the Sudoku for very young children. For the older children, Sudoku is a must because it stimulates and activates your brain. And this type of activity, when we do, it helps us to stop our aging. Okay, the brain gets stimulated and we can work still better. So these type of activities can be done at home. The next important is the language development. Language development at a very young age starts with gestures, then with sounds, then with pictures, and then with words, and then with sentences. So language development is a higher level cognitive skill involving audition, oral abilities in humans to communicate verbally, individuals' wants and needs. So in higher classes, since the government has asked us to implement the play-day method in the classrooms, sometimes we are at a dicey situation that how can we introduce the play-day method in the class and finish the curriculum. So what I would suggest is just do it for 5 minutes, only 5 minutes, either at the beginning of the class or in between or at the end of the class. So that way, the 5 minutes you engage them in a group talk or let them prepare in advance a role play or a character play or a situation play or a PPT presentation, but just do it for 5 minutes and every day take a group of children, like divide the children into groups. That way, if you do a group discussion, there will be one child who will have a problem in speaking, but seeing that the group is there to support, that child will start communicating. And that is what we want from the children, communication. So this type of class, we can use it in the classroom scenario, like just for 5 minutes, do any activity which is informative for them, which involves their communication skills. It can be either group play, it can be either storytelling, debate, whatever you want to see. You can do a show tell and competition for them. Group discussions can be there, recitation, elocutions can be there, storytelling, creative writing. So these are all the inputs where we can increase their language skills to a higher order. For the younger children, we can do storytelling, we can do show and tell. For the older children, we can do group talk, we can do a PPT presentation, we can do recitation, we can do book review for them. So this type of language skills are very important to increase their communication skills, which is the 21st century most important skills in today's time. And now, for younger children, role play, like play a game like a taboo, so that the language increases. There is one word which has 4 words down, which we are not supposed to use. So in taboo, the vocabulary increases for a child. So there is one word and there are 4 words which we are not supposed to use. And in 1 minute, they have to explain the word without using those 4 words. So that way you can play taboo also at home. So now what you're seeing on the screen is your child future ready? And there are 2 questions which are on the down part. What do you think life would be in 2030 and 2040? So my answer to that is every decade things change, and change is the way of life. So this is the millennial year where it is the things are moving fast at a speed at an accelerated rate. The children are well exposed, they're technological savvy, they're overstuffed with knowledge. So what we have applied 10 years back, we cannot apply today. So we have to keep ourselves upgraded, connected. We have to understand the mindset of the children. So we are the older generation. We are receiving the very young children with us who have all this in them in the 21st century. So every year as teachers, as facilitators, let us upgrade ourselves. Let us understand the mindset of the children who are there, who have completely full knowledge about things. They are technological savvy. So every year we do something better for them and upgrade ourselves so that we can get connected with the children. The second question is, will education be focused only only knowledge is important? Knowledge is important, but along with knowledge, we have to do application. The out of factors like inspiration, motivations are very important. Experience hand in hand, or the skills hand in hand, has to go together to be present in the class to deliver what we have planned for them. So along with knowledge, we have to have the skills like motivation, inspiration, application skills. These are the skills which we have to understand the mindset of the children. These are all the 21st century skills which we can incorporate through the play-based method in the classroom. It is in front of you: the curiosity, the initiative, the creativity, the risk-taking, the innovation, the life skills, the adaptability and the perseverance, and the problem solving. So if these skills we develop through the play-based method, I think we have done this job. Only thing is we have to decide that today, if I'm going to do a problem solving activity, what are the other factors which will be combined with that? If I'm doing the life skills, what are the other factors which will be involved in the life skills? So that way, these are the 21st century skills which are the need of the hour. And we want the children to achieve these skills through the play module. Now the 4 C's, which are very important in today's time in the 21st century, are the communication skills, where we share our thoughts, we listen, we share our ideas, we question the other people. Collaboration, that working as a teamwork, okay, putting the talent to expertise, smarts to work. Critical thinking, looking at problems and finding a different solution. Trying new approaches where to think done in a better way. So these are the 4 C's which everybody has to understand and incorporate in the curriculum. So how are we going to teach these 21st century skills? So we create a very safe environment for learning. Break down the learning into smaller coordinated pieces. Mindset. Provide very clear and learning objects, targeting explicit skill, allow time to focus, foster on reflective reasoning and analysis, and use hands-on approach. Help children to take advantage of their personality and strength. provide appropriate challenges, offer engaged caregiving, guide the children to discovery topics. So these are the ways we are going to teach the 21st century skills to the children. These are the 4 C's which I have talked earlier. They are the learning skills, where critical thinking, collaboration, communication, and creative is a need of the hour. Then literacy skills, which we can get through information, through technology and media. And life skills. Not everybody is going to become engineers, doctors, but everybody is going to become adult. So the life skills are very important. And what life skills are there? They are the emotional intelligence. They have money management skills, critical thinking, then daily life skills. All these are self-care. These are the life skills which we have to teach the children to be with in the 21st century. So life skills are very important, and there are 5 important steps. Please imbibe them in the curriculum whenever you have time. Try to imbibe them, because what they have observed, the money management skills also, they have made a survey and they have found that the children from 8 to 29 years have no knowledge about the financial status. So if these life skills are imbibed from grade 7, grade 8, when they are matured enough to understand, then I think it will help them to go ahead. So any questions? I think I had few questions to be like, they wanted the questions to be answered. So I will take the questionnaire first, but before that, if anybody has any questions related to this, please feel free to talk to me. And I hope you have understood the play method. I have tried to incorporate as much as possible, because basically I am a preschool facilitator, but I was told to take it for a higher class also. So I've tried my level best to use it to a higher class level also. And I hope I have done justice to what I have shared with you.
Yes, ma'am. Really, it was a very informative session, and you have explained with examples. Really, it's very helpful for all the parents and the teachers.
Thank you.
Excuse me, ma'am. Actually, I have one question.
Yes.
Suppose that kids have too much talking, okay, and he's not he's focusing to everywhere, but he's not all focusing to in studies. So what should we do?
Sometimes the children have this attention problem. Okay, so we have to find the root cause of that. Why? What is the reason why he is not focusing on the studies part? So there may be a gap. There may be a listening problem. There may be like a attention deficit problem in the child, which we have to understand and take that into consideration, or put the child right in front of us when we are taking a class, and see that the child focuses. Okay, or try to do an energy breaker before you start a class. That way, if you do a brain boosting activity, or if you do a rhythmic session with them where they have to jump, I think by the time the rhythm sessions is over, the child will automatically calm down. So try this activity, which we have tried and tested, and we are successful. So before we start a class and we try to do so much of vigorous activities with them, so by the time we start a class, they automatically calm down. So I think if you try this, it will help them.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Darshi, you had also mentioned aesthetic skills and moral skills.
So aesthetic skills and moral skills I have not taken much, because aesthetic is the way they have to appreciate the nature and all that. And if we develop all these milestones, automatically things are appreciated by them. And moral is like, we don't want them to have a feeling of shame and guilt. So like suppose if an older child does bedwetting at night, then instead of scolding the child, instead of harassing the child, let us go down to the root problem, that why this is happening at a very old age, at old, like at age of 10, at age of 12. So if we get the root cause of it, there may be a fear complex. So we don't want the child to feel a shame or a guilt in front of others or in front of the parents. So as parents, as educators, if things like this happen in the school or at home, try to put the child into the comfort zone and go down to the root problem. Sometimes at the age of 12, 13, they have this bedwetting problem, but the root cause is some sort of a fear is there. There is a fear of an adult or a father or a mother. So if we get the root cause of it, I think the moral development can take care of that.
Yes. So probably sometimes it's advisable not to tell them too many rights and wrongs.
Yes, yes. Very
Under the pretext of teaching them moral skills,
Yeah.
right? They explore themselves.
Let them explore themselves, and things like value-based teaching also, we have to do it through the stories. We have to teach them through the stories, and whatever we do, we have to see that if we want them to follow, we first do it ourselves, then we have asked the children to follow our milestones, our steps. So as a parent, as an educator, I have to do things first so that my children, my class children will follow that steps behind me.
Right. Yeah.
So the first question which was asked to me was that if a child lacks interest and is minimally verbal, then how to encourage him or her. So for that, the best thing is do a circle time. Get the children in a group, let them sit in a circle, and let the child who is not talking much and he's lacking interest sit near the teacher. Okay. So in the circle time, we start the question that what do you like? So one by one, the children will answer, I like to eat ice cream, I like to play, I like to color. Then in between, you catch this child who's sitting next to you where you want him to answer. That what is it you would like to do? What is your favorite thing? Seeing the other children answer, he will make an attempt to say what he likes. So that way we will come to know his interest. And this type of children who are a little bit introvert, who speak less, that is a nature. We cannot change the nature, but we can always put the child on the position. Like in a class, when we want to give away the books, we call that child, okay, today you give away the books to these children, and this boy will help you to give away the pencils. So that way, two will work together so that that child will connect to the other one, and there may be a small discussion also. That way the talking will start. So this way we can encourage the children to, the best is circle time. It's tested. So do it without any hesitation. Circle time is the best thing where you want to get the problem sorted out. Anything, if there is a problem at home, do a circle time and your problem gets resolved. So do this circle time activity with the children. And always when this type of children are there, always send one positive note to the parents saying that today so-and-so has helped me to give away the books. So-and-so has helped me to give away the pencil. So as so had gone to the snack area and got a glass of water for me. So one positive note to the parents will have again a positive approach to the child. So every day, and give some sort of a reward to the child who has helped you, and even the other one who has helped you. So that way the other children also will understand to help each other, and then our mission is accomplished.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Second question is like, how do we understand the students' need? So I feel that the children express their needs in many ways. Okay, it can be through art, it can be through role play, it can be through a doll house, it can be through sandpit. We as teachers have to be observers. So by observing the children, we will come to know the need of the child. We have to, whether they are seeking for attention, they are seeking for love, whether they have some problems at home. So in this way, if we do this role play, we give them art, we give them the sandpit time. When we observe what they are speaking, then the need automatically is already resolved. Now, the third question is like, in the time of this knowledge explosion, how we as teachers make learning engaging, this is a very biggest challenge. Yes, I understand. Knowledge is important, but the children are overstuffed with knowledge. So as earlier, when I showed the slide, I told you that along with knowledge, application, skills, the outer factors like motivation, inspiration is very important. Experience hand in hand, skills hand in hand has to go together to be present in the classroom and to deliver what we have planned for them. And along with the knowledge, these are the factors which we have to fulfill so that they are also happy and we are also happy. So we have to keep ourselves upgraded and get to the level of the child. So the next question was, how we can entertain the children for a longer time? We can't entertain. It's impossible. I always tell the parents that the child needs only quality time. Half an hour of your quality time is the whole day's benefit for you. Just leave everything aside, your cooking, your TV, your mobile, your laptops. Just sit with the child for half an hour. Chat, normal chatting we can do. We can do a TV show with them. We can read the books. We can play games. So this type of activities just for half an hour if you do. I think lockdown has taught us that, every day at night we all have played some or the other games. Like a game like Sequence, like game like Rummy, whatever we have, but we have played with our children. Everybody has played. We have played Taboo with them. We have played Rummy Cup. And I think everybody knows about these games now. It's in everybody's house. More no deal. So that way we will also, when by playing also, we will come to know their reasoning, their mathematical insights, whether they understand the concept. So we have to be open to the ideas. We have to keep our eyes and ears open when we are playing. So we will come to know what are their interests. Okay, Monodeal is a very nice game to build buildings and you to take away somebody else's property. So a lot of teaching also comes. Rummy Cup is all mathematical. We have to make a group of 30 and then start the game. So mathematical concepts are involved in Rummy Cup. Taboo is a language skill activity where if you want to enhance the vocabulary skills, you play Taboo. You start with simple 10 words. It has 1 minute time. 1 minute you have to explain the words to the opposite party and they have to guess the word. So that way the vocabulary increases of a child. So half an hour of your time, we are just asking half an hour of the parents' time, then your work is done. Quality time, okay, at that time you are not going to take any phone calls, not going to answer any mobile, just be with the children, just sit with them, just hug them, just let them be with you. And you will get a lot of insights, a lot of inputs from them. Thank you. Sorry. Sharvil? Just a second. Sharvil? The second question is that how can we use the Playway method for each topic? Now, if you want to introduce states and map of India to the children, how do you use it as a Playway method? Draw the map of India on the floor, do the states, right? First, ahead the class, we have taught them the place like Gujarat is here, Rajasthan is here, Himachal Pradesh is here. We have told them the states, we have showed them the capitals, we have showed them the important cities. Now, you can draw a map on the floor and what you can do is give them a stick. So two things we are going to cover in geography. One is mode of transport and one is identification of the state and the city which they are going to do. Now, suppose if we want to let them go to Gujarat. So you give them a stick and ask the child, which place would you like to go? The child will say, I would like to go to Gandhinagar. And how are you going to go to Gandhinagar? I'm going to go by train. Okay, go. They will do that action and they will go and stand the Gujarat state and the Gandhinagar city. Now the second child will come. Where would you like to go? I would like to go to Bombay. How are you going to go to Bombay? I'm going to fly in the aeroplane. Okay, fly. They will take the aeroplane. They will land at Maharashtra, Mumbai. So this way, the identification of cities is done through play. The mode of transport is learned by them. So this is in geography we can do. Now with blocks, you can do tall, short, greater, lesser. You can do with the blocks, you can do, suppose we do a group talk. I have a red brick, who has a yellow brick? The person who has a yellow brick says, I have a yellow brick, who has a green brick? That way, the children will listen, they will see the picture, whether it's correct or not. So these type of, all these activities, we can imbibe in the curriculum. We can build a city with blocks. Okay, what you do it on a piece of paper, write numbers 1, 10, 9, 1 to 10 in different order. Then give them the Lego blocks. Ask them that we are going to build a city with Lego blocks looking at the number. So at number 1, we are going to put 1 block. At number 2, we are going to put 2 blocks. Number 10, we are going to do 10 blocks. And this is how a city is built. So this is one type of mathematical skills. They will see the numbers, they will make a city. Again, cognitive skills are there. So that way, these type of activities, I think if you can add on to the curriculum, it will help them. How to master classroom management? Very important question. We have to be well prepared. Okay, we are going to be friendly with the children, but we are not going to be friends with them. Check your intonation, your voice modulation. Check how your handwriting are on the blackboard. It has to be visible. Where you have to be well prepared for what class are you going to take. Decision making, you have to create an atmosphere that you are firm, but then at the same time you are flexible with the children. Laugh with the children at times. Play games with them. So this is the way the child will connect to you, and then you can take whatever class you want at that given point of time. So classroom management is very important, but for that we have to be well prepared. We have to be firm but flexible. We have to laugh with them. We have to be very friendly. We have to understand the needs. We have to be very patient with them. We cannot punish them. We cannot scold them. But if we want to pass a message, pass it in a nice way. So if we throw a lot of positive attitude to the children, lot of positivity comes back to us. They will come and share problems with us, and try to keep the problems to yourself. Never discuss it in the class. Never label a child in the class. उसको तो कुछ आता ही नहीं है, ये तो समझता ही नहीं, ये पूरे दिन दौड़ता ही रहता है. Don't label a child. Find the root cause of what is the problem of the child, and I think you can manage the class very well. Right? Somebody had asked me about the play, how play method is important in preschool. So my answer to that is, see, anything when we give the first-hand experiences to a child, what they do on their own, they will memorize it faster. I will just tell you that we wanted to teach the children about farm. Now, if I show them the picture of the farm, which is very rosy, okay, fine. But what we did the farm in the classroom outside, okay, the area. We got the soil, the children spreaded the soil. Then we told them to spread the seeds. We made the homes for the animals. They put the animals. And every day it was the duty of 3 to 4 children to water the seeds which were planted by them. And they would see the seeds growing. So this is the first-hand experience because they have done it themselves. In the sandpit earlier also I told, so many concepts can be learned. Like if you want to teach the things about garden, take them to the garden. Let them visualize to the garden. Our gardens are different from what foreign countries has. So take them to our garden. Let them see what is there in our garden. Whether we have a fountain, we have a play area, whether we have swings, whether we have tree, let them do it. If you want to teach them how the things grow, you do it in the class with them. Get a glass, put soil, गेहूं ले लो, धनिया ले लो, डाल दो, and the things will grow very fast. And then teach them that this needs sunlight, water, air. So we're going to put outside in the sunlight for some time, take it back, and they see it growing. So this type of an activities where they are the first hand experiences is a must for that. We want to teach them air. We want to teach them the shadows. We can't just do it like that. We have to take them in the sunlight, show that when the sun is on this side, the shadows come this way. The sun is on this side, the shadow comes on this way. That way the learning becomes much faster and they will memorize also in a quick way. So try to do this experiences with them, and I think it will be fine with you all. So one of the facilitator had asked me to Gauri to share a video of the play-based learning by an expert. Right. So do we have the time? Can I share the video?
How long is it? How long is it?
I think it's for 3-4 minutes. Or and they wanted to know about the NEP policy also. So if I post it or post the NEP policy to you, would you like to know about the NEP policy?
Yes. Yeah. You have a link and put it in the chat.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
I'll do that. And I'll just quickly share a video, the games which I have made for the children. Just a second. Just a second. Sharvil.
As a business, you want to make your customers feel.
Hello, and welcome to today's session on the importance of play in early childhood education. I'm sure we can all remember a memorable play experience we had as a child. Research has shown that play is key to the way children learn. Professor Jeffrey Trawick-Smith, an expert in the field of early childhood education, states, play is one of the best predictors of social and intellectual development in young children. We will examine the various aspects of play in this session, namely, benefits of play, meaningful play, stages of play. There are numerous benefits of play. Play has educational, social, and therapeutic benefits for the developing child. Studies show that play can influence school success in 3 ways: through direct, indirect, and adult-mediated effects. By using play as the medium of learning, teachers can help children to build foundational skills in areas such as reading, writing, and math. Play also provides children with opportunities to socialize with peers, learning to communicate and negotiate through learning experiences. Additionally, play allows children an opportunity to navigate through difficult concepts they may be experiencing by providing them with an outlet to express aspects of their daily lives. This freedom allows for imitation and exploration of stress, trauma, and family conflicts that may be impacting the child. According to Trawick-Smith, we all know that play is an enjoyable activity, but perhaps what is not so evident is the fact that playing is essential to a child's learning and development. There are 5 essential characteristics to meaningful play. 1. Children should be able to make their own decisions through choosing how to play. When children choose how to play for themselves, they experience freedom in making those choices. They also begin to see connections between choice and the consequences or results of that choice. The type of toys or materials teachers offer can help their children make more meaningful decisions. Open-ended materials can be used in many ways so children can decide for themselves how to use them. For example, a child can imagine a block to be a fire truck or any number of things. A toy fire truck, on the other hand, is usually used as a fire truck. Another essential component of play is that children are intrinsically motivated. This means that the impulse to play comes from a natural desire to understand the world. This play impulse is as strong as your child's desire for food or sleep. It is this intrinsic motivation that allows a child to regulate his or her own feelings and desires in order to keep playing. A third essential part of play is that children become immersed in the moment. In true play, children are so fully engaged that they lose awareness of their surroundings, time, and space. In this risk-free atmosphere where reality is suspended, children have the security and safety they need to experiment and try new things. Another aspect of play is it should be spontaneous, not scripted. Often, play is totally unplanned, which allows a child to impulsively make changes as needed. This sense of the unknown provides children with opportunities to develop flexibility in their thinking and decision-making, which is a vital life skill. Finally, play must be enjoyable. Play should always have an emotional response attached to it. Without this emotional connection, the experience is simply an activity. It's not play. Enjoyment is the direct result of engaging in play. Child play progresses through.
So I hope, Gauri, I think I've covered most of the questions. The NEP policy question was left, but I can share it to you on the WhatsApp and you can share it with the participants if you wish to. But the NEP policy stresses on the preparatory years, the foundation years, the inner areas and the later stages. The preparatory starts from 4+ and the nursery, junior KG, senior KG 1 and 2 is one sector. Then 3, 4, 5, 6 is the other sector, 7, 8, 9. 9, 10, 11, 12 will be the board semester exams. The 10th board is ruled out and they will have only board exams. Similarly with college also, programs also, they have fixed a routine for this for them. So that's how the policy impact. I share it with you on the WhatsApp. You can share it with the teachers. Yeah.
Sure. Thanks a lot, Darshi.
It was useful and fruitful. I hope I've covered whatever was asked to me to cover, and I hope it was clear and you understood.
Yes, it was very useful, Darshi. You took us through each development and very informative. You have a lot of innovative ideas and really felt good to know there's so many ways we can engage children.
Vocational training also, Gauri, is now the NEP policy's target, which will start from grade 6 onwards, where vocational training will be compulsory from class 6. And they will also have an internship to go to the factory and do the vocational training part. So I think in that way, if you see, the vocational training will be playing a very important role in the children's life, because they will learn the basic skills like plumbing, electrifications, like electricity, how to mend the fuse, how to do carpentry work. So one skill will be compulsory and then the others will follow. So from class 6, vocational training is compulsory for everybody, for all schools. That is the main crux of the NEP policy.
Thanks a lot, Darshi. It was amazing.
I hope all the participants must have enjoyed.
Yeah, I think, yes, Soumya, you can get the recording. Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. It was very, very, very informative session for us. Really, it's very helpful.
We can stay connected also, Gauri, if they have any questions, if it's my this thing, I can answer to them. You can share my WhatsApp number to them. So if in case if anybody has problems related to the children,
Yeah.
we, jointly help each other, because basically we are educators and we are all learners.
Yes.
So we
Yeah.
have to learn from each other. If I make a mistake, You are there
Yes.
to you guide me that you have made a mistake. This is not the correct thing. So if we as learners are open to ideas and we
Open-minded.
get together, I think the country can progress to a higher level.
I can put your email ID in the message. What is that?
darshipivora@gmail.com.
darshipivora@gmail.com.
Yeah. So anything, like if you feel anything, if you want to share your views, your viewpoints, please feel free to do that.
Yeah, I put Darshi's email ID. You can just copy. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Darshi. It was amazing.
Hope I was clear.
It was very clear. I liked your pace. Really took us through. I took down lots and lots of notes. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
To Darshi ma'am,
And
the insightful
so
session.
there is a very nice song of Jack Hartman. It's an energizing song. I think if you search on the net, Jack Hartman crossover, you can do it with the children in the class. They will enjoy doing it. So it's Jack Hartman, a song on crossover.
Okay,
It's like the body
Yeah.
movement and you crossover.
sure.
So do that for the children in the class.
Sure.
Okay. So thank you so much, all the educators, parents, facilitators. Thank you, Gauri, for giving me this opportunity to connect with parents.
Our pleasure.
Because, yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Darshi ma'am,
Thank you
for the
so much.
insightful session. Thank you, dear participants, for attending the webinar. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah.